Simply Zipcastic. Simply Zipcastic, simply the best. Up to the test when things go wrong. I haven't watched that show in so long, but... In this mission, you must use the Zipcaster to reach the end of the goal. Hello, security, you, and welcome back to Let's Play Splatoon 3. And we get to use the Zipcaster again now, yeah! Oh, I'm so excited! This is exciting. Spider-Inkling, Spider-Inkling, does whatever Spider-Inkling does. Can't you swing from a web? No, she can't, because she's an Inkling. Look out, it's a Spider-Inkling. Even though technically Coral's a Octoling, but same difference. Except not really at all. So, yeah, Zipcastic is awesome. I know I've talked about this earlier already, but this is another one of those things where I wish I was better at using this online, but it's just so fun to play around with. It makes some really cool alternate levels. So, yeah, this one's pretty awesome. It's kind of amusing that we're also playing this because I recently started watching your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Like a Disney Plus Spider-Man show. And the thing is, I wasn't really all that into it when it was first announced. I wasn't too fond of the What If show that they made for the MCU. And I was like, okay, I don't know if I want to watch another show like this. So I don't know if I'm going to be interested in it. But then I tried watching it recently. Because during my MCU marathon, like Spider-Man Homecoming is coming up pretty soon for movies I'm going to be watching. And on the recommended page, they showed Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and I was like, okay, you know what? I haven't seen this yet. I might like it. I like Spider-Man, so I'm going to give it a try. And it's actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It's not directly MCU related, like it does have references and things like that, but it's kind of more like an alternate universe version, where it's kind of like what would happen if Peter Parker didn't continue being Spider-Man, but he wasn't directly involved with Iron Man or anything like that. He's very much his own thing, but it does reference like events from Captain America: Civil War, and Doctor Strange appears at one point. So yeah, it's a lot better than I thought it would be. Like when I saw the ending of the first episode, I was like, okay, I'm invested now. I need to watch this now. Moving on to the next level. Oh boy, was this next one ever so much fun. So, if I'm able to recover the audio files for this, I would love to make like a blooper episode at some point. Because there are some... I don't want to oversell it and say, oh, we lost the best... blooper reel of all time because I don't have the audio file anymore. It was honestly a pretty decent one. There's some pretty funny rage moments in the original recording session. But I don't want to oversell it and say it was the best thing ever, so honestly we probably didn't even miss a whole lot. But yeah, this level, of all the stuff we've done in Alterna so far, this one is easily the one that took us the longest amount of time to complete. So it's another one of these levels where we got these boxes everywhere, and we gotta destroy them all in cold blood. Destroying the boxes will allow us to open up the gate going forward, and that's going to allow us to achieve our destiny. So I'm going to show a couple of the bloopers here and there throughout this episode while I'm talking, but yeah, we might just show the actual run of finishing this and then showing the bloopers or whatever. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to edit this video. But yeah, in case you couldn't tell, this is post-commentary. If you missed the past couple episodes, my computer exploded, so I still have the gameplay footage for this, thankfully, but the commentary files were lost on that exploded computer, and I had to recover them if I can. And even if I can't recover them, it's not that big of a deal, honestly. The only big thing that I really regret not having is... Oh man, I just saw something else I'd regret losing. My book progress. I was finally making some decent progress in the next Corba Adventures book. And, oh man, if that's... Actually, no, I have a copy of that. What am I thinking? I got worried over nothing. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Okay. It's still true. I would have to remake most of my game from scratch if I lose those files forever. But my book, I just remembered like I emailed a copy of that to myself so I could. Okay, it's kind of a silly story. It requires some backtrack. a couple years ago, not a couple years ago, whenever it happened, I was donating plasma a lot because it was like a good way to make a little bit extra money and things like that. And it was also going to a good cause too. So the waiting room took a while. Like it took a while for them to get the plasma out because, you know, that's what they do when they do plasma stuff. So yeah, that took a while. So I emailed a copy of my book progress to read that while I was donating plasma. And I think the email that I have is still the most updated draft that I have of the book. So yeah, I don't have to start that from scratch. That's a good thing. I was making decent progress and I'm really excited how it's turning out. I do feel bad that it's taken a lot longer to get finished compared to when I thought it would be finished. Like I came across a text document recently that was like a schedule for all the books that I want to write in the future. And in that schedule, it mentioned that the third Kirby Adventures book was going to be coming out this year. And that's definitely not happening. So, yeah, I will admit, I did have a little bit of a writer's block problem with trying to write the next Kirby Adventures book. Long story short, I didn't know how to balance out creative projects with working at Disney. And that took me a bit of a while to get into the groove of. But eventually I settled into a good groove, and like I'm making progress again in Lightning in a Bottle. I'm really excited with how it's going to be turning out in the future at some point. I don't want to give a time frame for when it'll be released, but I am really excited to see how it's going to turn out. One eternity later. So now we're going over this way. We are making our way downtown, splatting all the stupid jerks in their faces. I couldn't think of a good way to make a rhyme for that song, but anyway, yeah, we completed the level. It only took a freaking eternity, but we finally did it. Yay. One way right through Target Town. But I wanted to go to Walmart Town. I don't like either of those stores, so I don't know where I was going with that. I do not have a good experience with Walmart, so for a little while there, I was subscribed to Walmart Plus so I could get good deals on deliveries and stuff, and I canceled that not too long ago because there's one order that's so horribly botched that I got so frustrated with it, and I vowed never to do it again. So, yeah. The grocery order, they was supposed to be picked up. It wasn't even that close to the end of the night. Like, they stopped deliveries around 10 o'clock or so, and the delivery was scheduled for like 7 o'clock. So there's still plenty of time to get the delivery done. But the driver, like on the app tracker thing, they were literally around the corner from my apartment when they canceled the order. And it's like, what the heck? No, the food is right there. Why did you cancel it? Okay, I get maybe there might have been something going on, but they were literally right around the corner, and it frustrated me so much. And I talked to Walmart's customer support to take care of this, and it took like talking to 4 people or something like that to get any kind of progress made on this report, and finally it goes through. And the person that I'm talking to says that in that quote, they guarantee that the refund will be processed in the next 3 to 5 days. It took 2 months for the refund to process. It annoyed me so much. I was so annoyed by it. I was so frustrated. I was like, okay, I am never doing a Walmart delivery ever again because this is the worst experience that I've ever had with any kind of delivery thing ever. Moving on to happier topics. Splatoon! Yay, Splatoon! We like Splatoon! I will admit, a bit of a worry that I have with this is that they're going to come out with some kind of like Nintendo Switch 2 edition for Splatoon 3 that's going to make like a whole bunch of changes and make this Let's Play irrelevant. The thing is, they kind of did that already because the online multiplayer in this game now has health bars over your opponent's head. And the thing is, all the online matches have already been recorded for the Let's Play. I don't have any need to record anymore because all the footage that we'll be using at the pace that we're going is going to last until the end of the Let's Play. So there's literally no reason to ever record online matches ever again in this game. So, yeah, that's a little bit on the unfortunate side, but what are you gonna do? It's not that big of a deal. It's just health bars, so I don't think it's that big of a problem. But it's just something that I'm a little bit worried about. Like, as it is, Animal Crossing New Horizons coming out with Switch 2 Edition and adding a couple things. I was like, okay, it's fun because I have an excuse to make Animal Crossing videos again, which this isn't a spoiler or anything like that. I kind of already confirmed that I was going to be doing this. But, yeah, that's the thing that I have a bit of a worry with nowadays is that, well, first of all, during the Switch generation, I was worried that anything I'd want to record videos for before would get a Switch remake that would make the Let's Play irrelevant halfway through, which kind of happened during Tomb Raider, because I was convinced that that game was never going to get a re-release. But shortly after finishing the PlayStation version, they came out with the Switch version, and it's like, no, the Switch version looks cool. Why didn't I wait a little while longer? And now I'm worried that they're going to come out with Switch 2 editions of whatever game I want to potentially Let's Play in the future. The more fuzzballs and fuzzy easy to destroy, the more you'll fill up your gauge. Have you seen the gushers all around here? There's gotta be something more to that treasure. I wonder what we could do with it. We need plenty of power eggs to register for the missions inside silver casseroles. Keep them handy. And now we're taking care of all that. It's time to move on to our regularly scheduled magical land of alternate save file. Whoosh! Robo ramen, Clam, Blitz. I think I mentioned this before last time we were playing on the stage, but the name of the stage I always found was really fun. Like, okay, the Splatoon series always has really great puns, but Robo ramen, that's just really funny. Because like ramen noodles and things like that, but I don't know. I just always thought that was pretty funny. I will say, it is a bit of a difficult one for me to spell whenever, like, I'm writing my notes or things like that. It's just a bit of an amusing thing, like a fun behind-the-scenes detail thing. Ow, no, they broke our barrier. Whatever we're going to do. Yeah. Gotta get some clams. Got some clams. I got some more clams. Did I mention I get the clams? I lost my clams. Some jerk took my clams. Oh, that person's name is Nehru. Now we just need Finn and Ferror. Or Din and Ferror, rather. There is no Zelda character named Finn, was I thinking of? Alright, we're back here. Okay, you have the thing. I'm going to protect you with my life. I did a fairly decent job that time for once. Oh, I knew you were coming! I knew you were coming! Okay, I'm gonna jump over to you. Hey there, buddy. Ouchie. That was a wonderful monotone. Wasn't that just the most beautiful monotone in the entire world? Something kind of amusing is that, so, you may have noticed over the years, but my voice is kind of a bit of a, not the most energetic voice in the entire world, and that is something that I do want to improve on. But something kind of amusing is that I've been told by a couple friends that whenever I'm training somebody at work, my voice gets a lot more energetic and things like that, and I'm really curious why that's the case, because, like, to be honest, I get a bit of an anxiety whenever I have to train somebody, because like, I don't know who the person is that I'm training. Meeting new people gives me anxiety, but like teaching them how to do the job and things like that is pretty exciting, because like I have like fond memories with my trainers and things like that. So it's kind of amusing. It's like a passing down the torch kind of thing. So that's something that's pretty great. Alrighty then. They got the area pretty well covered. Would you stop that? Would you please stop that? That's not something that can benefit my team. You're supposed to be the one who's supposed to be a traitor. You're supposed to be a traitor for that team and work for us secretly. Yeah, we got like there's splats right there. yeah, okay. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. We got this. We still got a minute and a half. We have time to make the comeback of the century! That was a good splat. Oh man, that was intense. Okay, sorry for being quiet all of a sudden, but I want to focus on this. I want to focus on the video game because we are close. We are almost there. We are almost there. We can do this. We might be able to pull this off. We might be able to pull this off if we can just get another football thingy. If we can just get another football thingy. If we can just get another football thingy. I'm not gonna get this. You know what? You know what? It's fine. It is fine. Wait, we're in overtime. Oh, we're in overtime. Crap, we're in overtime. Oh, crap, we're in overtime. Ah, okay. We can do this. We can... Okay. No, 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 no. You can pick of it. Oh, fuck! We were right there! That was a good match. That was a good match. That's some pretty fun twists and turns. Mahi-Mahi Resort. Mahi-Mahi, Mahi Resort. Mahi Resort. Now that I've said that, that's all I'm going to think about whenever I see the stage now. It's like the Mako Mako Mart thing all over again. It's like, Mako Mako Mart. I wanna eat a Mako Mart. So, last recording session, one of my friends, like my roommate, was... Like, I let them know that I was recording ahead of time, but I guess they don't know that I sing a lot in my videos, so... there was one point when Monta Maria showed up, and I was like, Monta Maria! Yeah, they overheard that in the other room. And after I was done recording, they were all like, are you okay? We heard you singing. Why were you singing? It kind of makes me want to do like a video clip, like an edit, where it's that one guy in SpongeBob who's all like, yeah, I'm at the pet hospital down the street, and I understand you have a dying animal on the premises. I haven't seen a whole lot of clams in this match. My capture card ran out of memory! Alright then. I'm gonna have to do some fancy editing for this. Okay, so, idea time. I think what I might do is that I might go into Recon and demonstrate it that way. But I'll just keep going normally and just pretend everything is all fine and stuff. We are super, super low. We are probably going to be destroyed. Not ideal. Not the most ideal situation in the world. You know what? That's the payback I deserve for singing. Yay, we get to end out this video with the best squid sister. I love Callie so much, she's so cute. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and next time, lead Geeter to you. Oh yeah.